with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe with a cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that.
Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. And on the ground they go with the running back. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
By number 26. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's caught, Shepard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for a Giants first down.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing Jones. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together. Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Formation for the Buccaneers.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Peppers. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Running out of the wild.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd and 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now this time he'll look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down, New York.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Devin White on the tackle.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Operating from the gun. Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Quarter with no score. Randy Bullock on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And Bullock will put this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the counter, here's Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
It's second and inches.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that goal, looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He's calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And he'll give it here to his running back. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Gonna give this time to the tailback.
That was a nice run, a nice game there as they head towards the 2-minute warning.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working.
1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around on the 17. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
First down gets him a couple up to the 27.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
He's going to let it go again. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Jones pass intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Jabril Peppers on the coverage.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers Jones here finding a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll go again to Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, they intercept Garoppolo. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he's strong. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
Devin White.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones, and he finds Penny. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, New York.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Down at the 20-yard
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Giants 10.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. A short kick taken at the 18. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw to Evans on the slant. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Garoppolo. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Buccaneers.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. To throw, it's Garoppolo. His pass caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And it's 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Brings up 4th down.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. Finding Gabriel, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
A gain of 12.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Jones now on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
A gain of 15
more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, Jones. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again, Jones. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And now another one thrown incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
A quick toss out right. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They run with Jones on first down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Being chased out left. That's complete to Nauta, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This is Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start. Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
Lining up for the point after.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The ball carrier.